Hello students at Boggs School, Clifford Academy, the school at Marygrove, and students all across the world. We hope you're excited because today we have a special video on Theater for Wellness. Also, a huge thank you to Strategic Staffing Solutions, proud sponsors of Shakespeare STEAM Online.
Hey Team Sid, welcome to Shakespeare STEAM Online. Today's video topic is called Theater for Wellness. In theater, your biggest instrument is, well, what do you think? Okay, I'll let you know. It's your body. Your physical body has to be healthy and strong so you can move. Your voice has to be loud and strong so people can hear you. And when your body is strong and active, it gets your heart pumping and your blood moving, which has to be a good thing, right? Because, well, then you're living. But the other great thing about your blood pumping is that it's good for your brain, your heart, and it gives your body lots of energy, which you need to give off those wonderful performances. Whenever you fine-tune an instrument, what do you use? A tool. So in this video, we're going to go over 3 tools that you can use to increase your body's wellness for theater and your overall daily life. So the first tool is breathing. In this video, we're going to go over deep breathing so you can learn how to relax your mind and release the tension in your body. Another great thing about deep breathing is that it's a great stress reliever, so it's really good for your mental and emotional well-being. Now, it's suggested that you practice your breathing sitting down. So step number 1 is to find a place to sit. It can also be on the floor, in a chair, on the grass, wherever you like. Now, step number 2 is all about preparing for the breaths. Really checking in to fill out what's going on in your body and releasing any tension that you might have so that you can take a really effective and full deep breath. Make sure your bottom is at the very back of the chair. Make sure your legs and your feet are relaxed. I always like to either let my arms drop from the side or set them lightly on my lap. At this step, we really take a moment to feel what our body is doing. Do you feel tight anywhere? If so, take a minute to release that tightness. Drop your shoulders to remove any tension, and you can roll your head to work out any remaining tension. Okay, step number 3. We're ready to start breathing. Now, just a note that the best breaths are taken through your nose. But if that's a bit of a problem for something like allergies or some other reason, it's okay to breathe through your mouth too. Now, take a deep breath in through your nose. And when you do this, make sure your shoulders don't lift up. You should feel and maybe even see your chest rise. That means your lungs are filling with air. Pretty cool. So for step number 4, you want to hold the breaths for about 3 seconds. So that I don't mess up the counting or interrupt my breathing, I usually use my fingers to count to 3. If you really don't want to rush your counting, then in your head, you can count 1 Shakespeare, 2 Shakespeare, 3 Shakespeare for some nice, slow, deep breathing. One Shakespeare, 2 Shakespeare, 3 Shakespeare. The last step, number 5, is very important. This is when you let out your breath. Slowly, slowly, slowly. I repeat, slowly. If you rush it, you're not carefully releasing all of that tension out of your body. Slowly, remember. Another really great exercise is to let out a loud noise when you release your breathing. And there you have it. That's how you use breathing to strengthen your instrument. Now on to our next tool. Our second tool is stretching. Stretching can be a great way to warm up your body. And you can do this as a warm-up before physical activity, like acting on stage, and as a cool down after your activity or performance. So cool. In essence, stretching helps to reset your body. And if you're using it for a cool down or a warm-up, it can help you shift from reality into fantasy world and from fantasy world back into reality. Now, sometimes you don't have a lot of time to stretch. So whenever I'm in a time crunch, I use these 10 basic stretches for my cool down and my warm-up. Let me show them to you. Okay, now we're gonna do our stretches. All right, so just loosen our bodies up a little bit. First, we're gonna start with some leg stretches. I like to put my feet a little bit about shoulder length apart. And then we're going to stretch to this leg, then the other leg, it doesn't matter which one you start with. And then we're going to stretch to the middle. Now when I'm stretching, I like to go a little bit to the opposite leg that I'm stretching from first, just to kind of get a nice little stretch, and then go down. Hold this for about 10 to 15 seconds. All right, and then we're going to come back up. We're going to stretch to the opposite side, and then stretch down to the other leg for about 10 to 15 seconds. Don't forget to breathe while you're doing this. Your breathing doesn't have to be as deep as when we're doing the breathing exercises, but you shouldn't be holding your breath. All right, and then we're going to come up. And now we're going to stretch down to the middle, which is one of my favorite stretches. And I like to bring my arms up and around to get that stretching, get that stretching, get that stretching. And we're going to come down. Touch the floor, touch your toes, just stretching your body down. You should feel it in the back of your legs. Stretch down for about 10 to 15 seconds. All righty, now shake that out. Now we're going to do our arm stretches. So we have 2 arm stretches. First, we're going to bring one of our arms across our chest. Then we're going to take our other arm and pull it in, the arm that you're stretching in to your body. Make sure you have some spirit fingers. And we're going to do that for about 10 to 15 seconds. All right, shake that out. Now we're going to bring the other arm across our body, pull it into your body. Make sure you have your spirit fingers, and then we're going to use our other arm to pull that arm into our bodies for about 10 to 15 seconds. Very nice. All right, shake that out. Now we're going to do our second arm stretch. And we're going to bring one of our arms up and bend it back. Make sure it's touching in between your 2 shoulder blades on your back. Then we're going to bring the other arm up. We're going to put it on our elbow, bring it a little bit behind our head, and we're going to push it down, that arm down, softly though, not too hard, and hold that for about 10 to 15 seconds. Nice little arm stretch. All right, shake that out. Now, you guessed it, we're going to do the other arm. Bring that other arm up, bend it behind your back. Make sure it's in between those shoulder blades. We're going to bring that other arm up, put our hands on our elbows, bring our arm a little bit behind our head, and push down a little softly for about, you
guessed it, 10 to 15 seconds. You feel that all the way up your arm. All right, shake that out. Okay, let's get ready to do some floor exercises. All right, so we're down on the ground. Now we're gonna do some leg stretches, then a stomach stretch and a back stretch. All righty, so for this first leg stretch on the ground, we're gonna bring one of our legs into our bodies. All right, you know me, I'm gonna stretch a little bit and then I'm gonna move my hands to the toe of that leg that's extended. And hold this for about 10 to 15 seconds. And you should feel that pull, that nice little pull and stretch in your back. Nice. Come on out of that. And then we're going to switch legs. We're going to bring that other leg in. Stretch your body a little bit. And then we're going to extend our arms to that extended leg for about 10 to 15 seconds. Very nice. Come out of that, and then we call this one the butterfly stretch. We're gonna bring both of our feet in. The backs of our feet should be touching each other. You want your legs extended out, almost like a butterfly. And then you're gonna take your hands, put them on your feet. And I like to put my elbows on my knees or the inner part of my knees. And then I'm gonna bend forward a little bit, and then I'm gonna push down with my elbows as much as I can take it. Not too hard, just a little soft to get a little stretch right here in your thigh area. Don't forget to breathe. And hold this for about 10 to 15 seconds. All right, so now we're gonna do our back stretch. For this, I'm gonna lay down on my back, and I'm gonna bring one of my knees into my chest, and I'm gonna stretch it, pull my knee into my body for about 10 seconds. You should feel it being stretched right here. Don't forget to breathe. All right, then we're gonna stretch that leg back out, and then we're gonna switch legs. Bring your other knee in by bending it. Bring your knee to your body and use your hands to push your knee down to your body. Not too hard. Again, you should feel it right here. Alrighty, and now we're gonna do our stomach stretch. So we're just gonna turn over onto our stomach. Make sure your legs are straight out. And then we're gonna lift up and hold that for about 5 seconds. 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, that's all for our stretches. And now for the final tool, energy sprints. This last tool is one of my favorites, and it really gets that heart pumping and that blood moving through your body. Now, the first two tools help to calm your body, but this last tool helps to energize your body if you're kind of in a lull mode or you need to get some energy up really quickly. And it's very simple. All you do, you can, like you're getting ready to do a run or a football stance, and you're just gonna run as fast as you can for about 2 to 3 seconds, maybe 5. Let's see if we can do 5 seconds. And go. Whew. Shake it off. Shake it off. Now, if you're still feeling like you're a little low on energy, you can do it again. Get your stance and sprint. Whew.
should feel that blood rush into your head. And that is our energy sprint. That's all for this video on theater and wellness. Thanks for tuning in to Shakespeare STEAM online.